everybody, it's Jamie, aka the Bag Lady. It is, oh God, what day is it? It is Wednesday, May 31st. So what I've got for you guys today is a DIY designer box from ThredUp. And for those that don't know me, again, my name's Jamie, aka the Bag Lady. I'm a part-time reseller on Poshmark, ThredUp, The RealReal, and occasionally Whatnot live auction sales. So again, what I have is a DIY designer box. It is open, you guys, and I'm going to tell you what happened. I actually filmed this box probably a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I don't know. Let's see. When did I get it? This was ordered on May 15th. So it could have been, anyway, I've had it. I opened it. I filmed it. I filmed the whole thing. And when I went to watch the playback, you guys, I had screwed it up. What I did, there was a piece in here that I tried on, and then I took my phone and I spun it. And when I spun it back, I must have spun it the wrong way because the rest of the video recorded upside down. And I fooled with it and fooled with it and fooled with it to try to edit it. And it just, I just said, F it, and I deleted it. So I'm refilming it for you guys today, and here it is. So the piece on top is the piece that I was trying to model for you guys in my last video. So this is Moschino, I don't know if that's how or Moschino Cheap and Chic. This is a dress, and I'm back and forth between how I feel about this piece, but I did actually Google Lens it, and it's midi length. So, and it is, I'm sorry, you know what, you guys, I think this is a size 14, but yeah, it says USA 14, but it actually almost fits me. I mean, it's a little bit big on me, so it is a tiny 14. But anyway, I did Google Lens this piece because I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to sell this? And what is it? Jolie's Closet or something had one listed for, I don't know, like $250, and it didn't even seem to be as in good a condition as this one. So unless one of you guys wants it, I'm gonna send this piece into the RealReal. This on the sleeve reminds me of back in the day when you used to be able to smoke, like in the fast food restaurants. They had these little cheapo aluminum ashtrays, and I swear to God, that's what these little aluminum pieces on this dress remind me of. But anyway, so Moschino Cheap and Chic dress, most likely going to the RealReal. Frank! Sorry guys, there's some kids walking down the street, and Frank thinks that, no one's allowed to walk down the street without getting barked at. So, next up in the box, and these are listed in my Poshmark closet already, we have a pair of Paul Green Naubuck loafers. Now, these honestly they were probably maybe worn one time for them to step in something, and that's it. These are a Paul Green size 6, which translates into a US 8.5. Super comfortable loafer. These are listed in my Poshmark closet. Next up is these awesome Prada baby. We've got these Prada grommet booties with a black heel, a silver black heel. These are actually and they're listed already in my Poshmark closet. These are actually in really super good condition. The only thing with these shoes, and sorry, I'm fiddling with it. I just didn't like the way that looked. I wanted to make sure it worked. But anyway, so here's the issue right in here. On the inside, you got mega scratches. The rest of it is not too bad. The leather is impeccable. So, super cute, gorgeous I was looking to see if they maybe had Prada stamped into it. But it doesn't. Anyway, so, and both, on the insides of both, it has these markings, but still. And you know, I bet you could have these rewrapped at your cobbler. Oh, and the other thing that's wrong with them is half of the Prada logo on the bottom of this one is broken off. And these are a size 37 or US 7. So, if anybody's interested, they are listed in my Poshmark closet, or you can reach out to me via email, jamiewhiteneknight@yahoo.com, and we can work out price and shipping if you're interested. I always like to give my subscribers a better deal than what you're going to get on Poshmark. But I get it. Some people aren't comfortable, you know, going through PayPal and email and all of that stuff. So, if you're not comfortable with PayPal and email, go to my Poshmark closet, because let's see, the shoes are, so far the 2 pairs of shoes and the next pair of shoes I'm going to show you are all listed. So these next shoes, they're sandals, and they are by Jacques Saint-Tropez. They are a size 39 or a 9. Now, I will tell you, I actually think that these are a new without tag situation. The bottom here, you know what that is? That's for me trying to clean them off with alcohol like a jackass on leather bottoms. But there's you can still see remnants of it. These must have went to like a Goodwill or something, because there was $24.99 written in silver on the bottom. So when I used alcohol to wipe it off, that's what it did to the bottoms. But if you look at the heels, these shoes they just have not been worn. So anyway, Jacques Saint-Tropez, listed in my my Poshmark closet. Now, this is a brand I had never heard of before, and I was shocked when I did comps on these. I think I've got them listed for like, I don't know, 120 or something like that. I did see people that had some not in as good a shape as mine, priced more aggressively. So I like to price my shit to sell. And again, if one of you guys are interested, just hit me up. We can work out a price via email. Last pair of shoes are these Sergio Rossi dated heels. These are a size 36 or 6. You know, somebody did wear the hound out of these. So I don't know if I'm going to list them or not. And if I do list them, they're probably not going to go for much. It's a dated style. Nobody's wearing heels anymore. So anyway, is what it is. You know what? They can't all be winners. Next up is this skirt. It is Proenza Schuler. It is a size 10. Now, I personally think that this skirt looks like a big ass, ugly ass carpet. And it does have some stains down the front. Proenza Schuler is a very, very, very high-end brand. I don't know what, if anything, that the skirt's gonna do. I have to go through and trim all of the hairs, like the strings. So it's got a lot of strings that need trimming. And then I got to take it to the cleaners and see if they can get the stains out before I can even think about what I'm going to do with the piece. So I think I'm going to Google Lens it first, just to see, you know, if there's any comps out there. And if it's not worth it to take it to the cleaners, then I just won't, you know. But size 10 Proenza Schuler. The last piece I think is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Look at this piece, you guys. This is a silk dress by Emilio Pucci. Absolutely gorgeous. I believe this is a size 6. Did I find the size? I did find the size in here, and I'm almost 100% sure it's a size 6. 100% silk, US size 6. So this is Emilio Pucci silk dress. You've got your 3/4 sleeve with your little bell there. I think this is an absolutely stunning dress. And after I get this bitch cleaned, I'm gonna try it on and see if it fits me. Because if it fits me, I might take it for a little test drive before I sell it. But it does have a lot of stains. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but somebody spilled their whole freaking meal down the front of this dress, and even coffee. So I am going to take this baby to the cleaners, but oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. I just love it. And I'm not usually a fan of such busy prints, but I love this dress. And it's, it's silk, but it's stretchy, which is really weird. So anyway, so that is my box. Let me know what you guys think of it. Actually, I don't think it's that bad of a box. The shoes, these and the Pradas, I think are going to do really well for me. Paul Green, great shoes, but they tend to sit for me. And I'll never forget the first pair I sold. I didn't realize with the sizing that they had their own sizing, and I sold them as like a regular size 6 because there was a 6 in there. And this poor girl put in a case, and, I'm fighting with her because I'm like, it says size 6 in the shoe, While Poshmark sided with her, and I found out after the fact that Paul Green had their own sizing, and I felt so bad because I didn't have a way to reach out to this poor girl. But you live and learn. I mean, we all make mistakes. And pretty sure she was a reseller, so she could have flipped them, and I sold them to her dirt cheap too. So anyway, with that, what I got coming up for you, Friday, I am hopefully going to have an America's Thrift Supply purse box. I didn't get the designer one. It sold out too quick, but I was able to get the 5-piece. So hopefully it will be here in time for me to open that up for you Friday. If not, I do have a fun box sitting here, ready to go. So, I guess that kind of brings us to story time, guys. So, let's see. Oh, I had a party on Sunday. So, okay. Buckle up, buttercups. This story time is going to be juicy. I had a hell of a fucking week last week. I'm not going to lie, you guys. So, Zach had a bunch of buddies over. And one of his buddies is, it's like a buddy's older brother, but he's still a buddy. He's like 21. So he comes over. And he had been telling me about a blind pig out in the country. And if you guys don't know what a blind pig is, I'm going to tell you what I reference a blind pig. So where I live, we're real close to the country, and a lot of people have pole barns out in the country, and what they'll do is they'll hire up a band, open up their pole barn, serve up some drinks, and basically, run a blind pig out of their pole barn until they're tired of people coming, So anyway, there's a new one. And Sean was telling me about it, and I was like, oh, God, I love to walk on the wild side. I'd love to go there. He's like, well, it's invite only. You can't just walk in there. And I'm like, oh, shit. And I said, well, I'm not asking you out on a date or anything. I'm not hitting on you. But can you get me in? Once I recover from my surgery, you think you can get me in? He's like, oh yeah, Miss White Knight, I'll get you in. Okay. So later on that night, they all went to somebody else's house and met up with a bunch of kids. And next thing you know, here's Sean telling everybody that Zach's mom was hitting on him. Luckily, Zach and his one buddy Vaughn were both present when this went down. So Vaughn immediately corrected him and said, Sean, she was not hitting on you. In fact, she prefaced the conversation with, this is not a date. I'm not asking you out. But bless his heart, he was just rolling with it. So anyway, fast forward. Sean has some homies over, or not Sean, Zach has some homies over. Here comes Sean rolling up. And apparently, Zach's buddies all warned him, don't you be hitting on Zach's mom now. You know, she's not down for that. Well, he hung around out in the garage. I was grilling. He hung around out in the garage. And, hey, Zach, run around through the garage real quick and get your friend because I don't want him walking in. Oh, never mind. I saw somebody pulling in the driveway. I thought it was a friend. So, okay, let me get back to the story, you guys. So, young buck Sean, 21 years old, gets me in the garage. I was out, you know, I was barbecuing, and my barbecue's right outside the garage. So I was just kind of cleaning up stuff in the garage while food's cooking, and here comes Sean. So, Miss White Knight, you ready to go out with me to that, to Pepe's? I guess the place has a name. It's called Pepe's. And I'm like, dude, no, it's not going down like that, you know? But I was like, Sean, I'm not in any condition yet to be going out to a blind pig. I'm still healing. I still have my binder on. And I'm not going on a date with you, you know? Anyway, so yeah, he proceeded to chat me up. Like, every chance he got, he was chatting me up. And, you know, only Sean. You guys would have to know Sean. But it was funny because I told my ex-husband and he almost died. He said he almost fell off the couch laughing. And he's like, I don't know whether I should call you Stifler's mom or Cher. And I'm like, Cher, please. I'll take Cher for the win, please. Not Stifler's mom. And I'm sure most of you have seen American Pie and know who Stifler's mom is. If you don't, Google it. I am not Stifler's mom. So, there's that. And you guys know I told you I had been on the phone till 7 in the morning that one night with the young buck, right? So, he wore me down. And he asked, you know, if he could take me to the party on Sunday, because we were all going. He was invited as well, and I said, sure, yeah, you know, I can't lift my cooler anyway, so yeah, come by, pick me up. You can lift my cooler in the car for me and, you know, carry my chair. That'd be great, you know. Love to go to the party with you. Okay, Sunday rolls around, and, you know, I didn't hear from him Saturday, which, you know, no big deal. So Sunday afternoon, I'm like, it's like noontime, and I'm like, I haven't heard from this guy. So, okay. So I Facebook messaged him, and I'm like, hey, what time are you gonna swing by and pick me up? No answer. Okay. So then I called him, because I'm like, you know what? He could be sleeping. It was Saturday night last night. Maybe he partied. So I'm like, okay, you know, I called him. Nope, went to voicemail. Okay. So as it gets closer and closer to the party, still haven't heard from him. And oh, by the way, he doesn't want to be in my podcast, as he calls it. And I promised I wouldn't mention him by name, but, you know, I told him he was going to be in there whether he wanted to or not. But anyway, so I reached out to my brother-in-law and I was like, hey, Mike, you know, can you swing by here and, you know, put my cooler in my chair in the car? And he's like, yeah, no problem. He swung by with my nephews. They loaded everything up. In fact, he took it in the van. No, I didn't get in the van, you guys. I wasn't getting in the van because I kind of wasn't feeling it on Sunday. So anyway, he took my chair and my cooler, and when I got to the party, he had it all set up for me in the shade. Bless his heart. He's my sister-in-law is so lucky. He's wonderful. Although he probably made my nephews do all the work. Hell, who am I trying to kid? But anyway, and I roll up to the party, and who's fucking sitting there? But the guy that was supposed to pick me up on the way to the party. And I'm like, hey, I thought you were picking me up. And he's like, oh, I'm still drunk from last night. Okay, well, you know what? You snooze, you lose. I learned the hard way. You stand me up one time, you're not getting a second chance. So, you know, he was chatting with me at the, you know, through the party. He was sitting by me, and we were chatting and everything. And he made mention about something, asked me what I was doing for Memorial Day, if I was cooking out, and I said no, you know, I was planned on spending the day on the couch. And he said he was cooking out, whatever. Well, my phone rang on Monday at noontime, and it was him. I didn't take the call because I knew it was him wanting me to come over for a barbecue, and nope, nobody. You had your chance, and you know what? No. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. I don't know the saying, but you know what? The Tool did me in as far as standing. You know, he's got the record for stand-ups, and ain't nobody else gonna even approach it. So, Young Buck's done. So that's that. Party was nice. It was super nice. Beautiful day. Oh my God, it was gorgeous. But I was tired, you guys. And there was another guy there trying to chat me up, and you know, he's fucking crazy, and I just wasn't feeling it. And then it got chilly. As the day wore on, it got chilly, and I did get my hoodie, but I was freezing. So finally around 7-ish, maybe 8, I decided I was just gonna go on home. And I had every intentions of getting on my couch underneath the covers with Frank and watching my 2 episodes of the Mayans that I had recorded. Nope. I rolled up to the crib. Frank. Zach, can you walk Frank? I rolled up to the crib. There was a bigger fucking party going on at my crib than the one that I had left. I could not believe it. Kids kept coming all night. Oh my God, it was crazy. It was unbelievable. And I don't even know how many people there was here. And my brother-in-law calls me after because the party was like a party / cornhole tournament, and I didn't play in the tournament, but he did. So when the tournament part was over, he called me and he's like, come on, let's go to City. Come on, I'm gonna come pick you up. We're gonna go to City. I said, oh no. I said, I am not going to City. If you only knew what was happening at my house, you'd know. What's going on? So I told him that there was a bigger party than the one that I had left, or that he was still at. He's like, oh shit, let me come over. So he comes over and starts hanging out with the teenagers out by the fire, and oh my gosh. So anyway, yeah, I did not get to spend that night on the sofa watching anything. All I did was run around picking up cans and bottles and trash and food, and good grief. And then, you know, I'm watching these kids doing what they do, and they're spilling more that's going down the hatch on my floor. The cleaning lady had been there that day too. That was the other thing. So I'm looking at all this shit rolling down onto my floor, and I got these group of girls in my dining room spilling drinks on my floor, and then they're stepping in it and walking through it and tracking it through my house. I thought, oh, hell no. Let me get my Swiffer out. So I got my Swiffer out, and I'm Swiffering, and I'm trying to Swiffer up all these piles of drinks that they've spilled. And I got this crowd of girls. I don't know, there's like 3 or 4 of them. They're standing all huddled together talking, and I'm in there trying to, and they're like stepping all in this liquid, and I'm like, excuse me, I'm trying to clean up, you know, the spilled drinks on the floor. Bitches wouldn't move, wouldn't even acknowledge that I was speaking to them. So you know what? I rammed my fucking Swiffer right into their feet, and you know, they got the hell out my way then. I was pissed. I'm like, you know what? You don't come into my house and disrespect my crib like this. Spill shit, step all over in it, and then you can't even acknowledge? No, Shutting down. Shutting down. So anyway, I didn't shut it down. But it was just out of control. And so I told Zach and his buddies the next day, I'm like, look, no more ragers at the White Knight crib. Y'all can have your friends over. You know, I don't care, you know, if there's 8 or 10 of you, a couple of girlfriends mixed in, but I can't have, you know, half of the hood rolling up into my crib. I can't do it. My nerves can't take it. So anyway, so that's that. I want to give you guys, where am I at on time? Oh, I'm at 25 minutes and I didn't want to go this long. I wanted to give you guys some real updates. So the Montclair coat that I got, they listed it for $385. It is live. The C by Chloe wide leg jeans that I got a few boxes back, I listed those on Poshmark for like $150. They got a lot of attention. I couldn't get any buyers, no offers. I think I had them down to about $99 and I said the hell with it. I sent them into the Real. They listed them for $189. They sold just like, or no, I'm sorry. They listed them for $210. Somebody used a coupon, got them for $189. They sold just like that. So, and I did get a nice, you know, my commission on that is going to be about $85, I think, on that piece. So that was actually a good call to send those into the Real. So, what else? The hot pink. Oh God, was that a Dior jacket that I had gotten? That's listed for $350, but it's on a coupon now. Let's see, what else? Oh, the Michael Kors wool pants, wool trousers that I did finally get ThredUp to issue me a $20 refund on. I sent those into the Real. They do have them listed for $40. My payout isn't going to be shit, but it'll be something. It's much more than I could have gotten on Poshmark. Same thing with that Michael Kors wool dress that I got. I sent that into the Real. They listed it, I think priced it at about $70. Again, it's not going to be a huge payout, but it will sell. Higher end Michael Kors does sell on the Real. It doesn't sell for a whole lot, but it does sell. And ultimately, I feel like I'm going to get more of a commission than if I had listed it on Poshmark and had to practically give it away. So, that is that. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, if anybody was interested in the Gucci bag from last week's video, you better hit me up quick because no one reached out about it. So, it's going to get sent in Friday to the Real. So if anyone's on the fence, think you might want it, make me an offer I can't refuse and I won't send it. Other than that, I don't really have a whole lot going on. I don't have any plans for this weekend coming up, but you know what? We're just coming off of a holiday weekend. I'm sure something's going to happen. Tomorrow it's cornhole night at the Moose, so I'll hook up with the girls and see what's happening this weekend. But with that, I will be back Friday with another video. It will be, like I said, either an America's Thrift Supply or Fun Box. So with that, I'm out, you guys. Peace.